Okay, hello everybody. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in the Diamond DA42. We have a 212 nautical mile flight from Mike Foxtrot Romeo, Rogue Valley International, to Papa Delta X-Ray, Portland International. Rogue Valley is a freeware airport by Bullfrog Sim, and Portland is payware by Flightbeam Studios. We are running with live weather, live ATC, and live traffic. It should be an awesome and scenic flight, so let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. Alright, we'll start by checking that our fuel selectors are on, power lever is idle, parking brake is on, fuel pumps off, manual gear is pushed, gear selectors down, avionics and electric master are off, engine masters are off, pitot off, alternators on, voter switches auto. Head up here to the light switches. All the light switches are off, the emergency switch is off, ELT is armed, circuit breakers are in, flaps are up. Head over to the electric master and turn that on. And while those boot up, we'll do our flight controls check. Back, forward, left, right, rudder right. That all looks good. Now we'll head over here and turn on our flaps, bring the flaps down and check that we've got full travel for right and left flaps. Bring those back up. Flaps are coming back up. Next, do the variable elevator stop check. So for this, we're going to pull the control stick aft and hold and push the power to full. And you can hear the trim kicking in. Pull that back. Next, we'll head over to our display on the right side here and check our fuel quantity left, right. And we do have full tanks for this trip, which we want because it's a long trip. Now head up here and get the strobe lights on. Check that the prop area is clear. It's mostly clear, except for the ground guys that we can't get rid of. We'll get the engine master on. Oop, I meant to do the left one, my bad. Left engine master is on. Wait for the glow indicator to extinguish, and then we can check once again that we're clear and crank over the left engine. Head over to the screen here, check our oil pressure. Oil pressure came up, it's in the green. Toggle over to the electrical page. We'll check our alternator output, and that also looks good for the left engine. So now we'll turn on the right engine, wait for the glow indicator to extinguish. Now we can crank over the right engine. Same thing, we can see the right engine oil pressure came up and matched the left engine oil pressure in the green. And the indicator looks good. We turned on the pitot heat. We saw an increase in the total power draw. Turn it off, and the annunciators extinguished. Next, we'll turn on the avionics master, and once that's all set, then we'll dial in the ATIS for Rogue Valley and get the real-life weather from liveatc.net. We'll head down here and put the fuel selectors into crossfeed for left and right.
Medford Airport information, Sierra 2253 observation. Wind 02011, gust 18, visibility 10. Sky conditions, ceiling 9,000 broken. Temperature 18,
Since we're running with live weather, it should match up with real weather in the real world ATIS, so we'll dial in the altimeter from the real world into our digital display, and then we'll head up here to our analog backup display and dial it into the altimeter. Then we'll compare that to field elevation to make sure that everything is reading correctly. Next, we'll reset the attitude indicator by pulling on the pull to cage button. There we go. Open up ForeFlight and take you through the flight brief. So we are flying VFR for this trip, departing from Rogue Valley, which is a Class Delta towered field. You can see we're surrounded by mountains. If we look at the weather, the ceiling is 8,500 broken, and the mountains around us range from 3,000 to 5,000 feet. So we're going to fly at 6,500 to clear the mountains, but remain below the ceiling. Instead of going due north, which is where we've got a lot of mountains that are 5,000 foot mountains, we're going to cut west through Grants Pass to gain some altitude where we have shorter mountains to clear and less of them. So we'll head north from Grants Pass towards Roseburg, which is both a towered field we'll be able to see and a VOR. We'll continue flying north past Drain. Our next waypoint is Eugene, which is another Class Delta towered field. As we continue north, we've got another VOR, which is at Corvallis, and an airport that we can see, which is an untowered field. Next, we've got McNary Field. We'll overfly that. Easy to spot Aurora State, another easy to spot towered field. and then we'll make our way to Portland, which is a Class Charlie. Winds are 3, 10 at 10 with few 5,000, scattered 25,000, so we'll have to be on the lookout for clouds as we get there. If we look at the best wind, it's currently 2-8 right and 2-8 left. So we'll see what Portland assigns us when we arrive, and I'll use the in-game ATC since I'm running with live players to make sure I don't mess up anybody's arrival. Rogue Valley ground, Diamond 4271 Quebec, transient parking, taxi for west departure with information Sierra. Taxi and hold short, runway 32 via Bravo 3, Bravo, Alpha, Alpha 2, Diamond 4271 Quebec. Alright, I think this is Bravo 3 up here. Let me just check my airport diagram before we head on our way.
That's spot 4, we'll be pushing and we have information Sierra.
Bell 112, Maverick Ground, roger, push your description.
Push our description, Bell 112.
Comanche 669 at Popper, traffic, 2 o'clock, 2 miles. There's a Cessna, I believe, operating in the practice area. Altitude indicates 3,200. They are talking to Cascade approach.
We'll pull up here to the hold short lines and we'll do a quick ECU test. So that's the 2 black buttons over here. So we'll press the left one and that's going to automatically cycle the props. Then we'll do the same thing with the right one. Rogue Valley Tower, Diamond 4271 Quebec, holding short runway 32 at Alpha 2, ready for departure. Cleared for takeoff, runway 32 at Alpha 2, Diamond 4271 Quebec. Alright, here we go. This is an awesome freeware airport. If you like it, check out the video details. You can download it for free from flightsim.to. There's just tons of detail at this airport. You can see we've got a lot of clouds here, and in the back I've got liveatc.net streaming, and I can hear the actual real-world pilots talking a lot about the weather around the field here. I think as we head north, the clouds are going to clear up, but it's something to keep an eye on because we are wedging ourselves between mountains, so we've got a lower deck and a cloud ceiling and an upper deck. So you never want to be in a spot where you can't descend and you can't go up. If we got into that spot, we'd turn around and go back to the airport. Alright, it's a little squirrely here on the ground. We got some gusting winds. And rotate. Got a positive rate, so we can get our gear up. Get ourselves leveled out, and you can just see me getting blown left and right here from the gusts. We're doing a west departure. So once we get clear of the runway, I'll turn on to my initial heading. I live on the East Coast and the weather has not really been that much different than what it is here currently, so it's been horribly windy. And my real life flight lessons have pretty much all been canceled. I've been trying to schedule 3 a week, and for the past 3 weeks, just about every single one got canceled due to winds. We had 40-mile-per-hour winds, gusts that were in the 30s. I did get one lesson in last week when the winds died down, and it did feel awesome to head out to the practice area and just go through all of my airwork maneuvers. Alright, we've got some autopilot help here now set up, so we are on track. Let's sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery.
People sure think they know what seems best. Too tired to argue, let's give it a rest. Yeah, pay no mind to what I just said. This is a safe place to lightly tread between your arms. I found the no gift or charm worth needing between your arms. fight for the cause they want. Might even ban you to prove a point. Don't call the police, they'll raid this joint. I don't want no trouble, I'll save your place. Give me a double of what fate awaits behind the bars. Accuse the night, curse out the stars. After they lock down the bars. Needed between your lines. Communicate. No gift or charm. Worth needed between.
Alright, that was an awesome scenic flight with a bit of a dicey ending there when Portland Tower routed me to the north side of the field when I was arriving from the south and had me cut across lanes of arriving traffic to get to my runway, which nearly resulted in a midair, but that is the in-game ATC. Hopefully it will improve with the next iteration of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I hope you enjoy realistic general aviation content like this. If you do, be sure to click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, as always, for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.